Slow down. Whew. Big marijuana. Oh, that's why they got the big dogs. Dogs don't go inside. Hey, with me. Can't see nothing this morning. It's really dark out. We're almost to the busy street out here. We'll walk the busy street today so you guys can see the Toby. You can't even see him right now unless I put the flashlight on him. There he is. There's Toby. Come on, let's keep moving, Toby. Walk with me, not against me. I fear the time change has wrecked our morning audience, Toby. Hey, Big Banana TV, what's happening? I believe the time change has wrecked our audience for the morning walk. Because now we're on an hour later in the morning. How's it going, Big Banana? We got another chilly morning out here today. I think it's like 25 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be probably -2, -3 Celsius, -2 probably. It's a chilly start to the day, but it's going to be nice. We're supposed to get snow today too. I'm not sure how much. They didn't say. Oh, look at that. Look at that, Banana. You get to see some Christmas. Isn't that neat? They got music playing over there. We can't get very close to it. Let's see. It's late. No, it's early morning. It is yeah, it's about 7 a.m. in the morning. 7 a.m. About 20 minutes after 7. We're 20 minutes late getting our walk started. But like I was saying, the time change, USA changes the time twice a year. Messes things up. We were 8 hours difference from Nairobi, and now we're 9 hours difference from Nairobi. But the crowd that I had that was available to me at 7 a.m. isn't available to me right now, it appears, because I don't see those people for the last several weeks. Banana says it's 3 p.m. there. Yeah, when I was on an hour earlier, I was coming on at 2 p.m. Kenya time instead of 3 p.m. in all the different places of the world. I was on an hour earlier during the time people are getting ready for work versus with the time they're driving to work. So I'm missing, I think that's what I figured out. I'm missing all my USA people. I'm missing the Canada people, and I'm missing the Mexico people that were stopping by. I think it's all because of the time change. Anyhow, we've reached our hours, but not verified public hours yet. But we've reached the regular WH. We hit that yesterday. Now we just got to wait for the verified public to catch up. They're like 400 hours behind. Crazy. How could they be so far behind? But pretty soon you won't be able to watch us without seeing ads. There'll be more ads than content, right? No, I find it hard when there's a lot of ads. What YouTube needs to do is they need to the content creator needs to be able to set the ads at certain times so that everybody goes to an ad at the same time. That way the content creator takes a 15 or 30-second break. Everybody goes to the ad at the same time and nobody misses anything. You know why people skip the ads? Because something good was going on and they're going to miss it. And who wants to go and try to find it on the replay? You know what I mean? If you're an hour into somebody's live stream and it's just heating up and getting good, and all of a sudden you go to something's getting explained and you go to an ad and miss it, it's like, dang, that sucks. YouTube needs to do just like the network TV stations do here. Everybody goes to an ad at the same time. Everybody sees the same ad. Whoops. Toby's doing his thing. Now I got to do mine. Cleanup time. Okay, let me put this. I got to put the phone down a second, folks. And do some cleanup. Ooh, that bag's got a hole in it. I'm glad I saw that. That would have been nasty. The dang poop bag had a hole in it. That would have been all over my hand. Let's try the next one. So now we're down to under 9 hours of sun a day because of winter time. But it shouldn't be much longer until it turns around the other way and we'll start getting more sun time. Okay, let's get a glove on. Let's grab a dog leash. Let's move. Here we go. Had to clean up after the boy. Yeah, everybody skips the ads. And, I'll admit it too. I skip the ads. If somebody's saying something I want to hear at that moment and I'm going to an ad, I'm going to skip the ad. Because who goes back to watch a replay to hear what they missed at one particular point? You know what I mean? I think the way it's set up, it wrecks it. The way it's set up now, they need to send everybody at once. That way everybody else see the ad. Everybody sees the ad just like on TV. Nobody misses anything. Oh, there's some Christmas. Here's some Christmas up here coming up. I walked out to a busier street so you could see Toby. It's cold out, but it doesn't feel terrible cold. But we'll see a few minutes when the sun comes up. When the sun breaks the horizon, it gets really cold for a few minutes. Temperature drops. Look at that big Christmas tree. Is that tree big enough? Will that fit in your living room, Big Banana? Will that Christmas tree fit in your living room? It will on the TV or on the phone, laptop. They already sent me an email saying that they mailed the pin and that sometimes it takes 3 weeks to get it. But if they just send it from San Francisco or Washington over here in the United States, I would think it would be here in 3 or 4 days. So I got that email from them on Saturday or Friday that they mailed the pin. I got to get the pin and then stick the number in the AdSense, and then we're good to go. That's what it's telling me anyway. You know, YT let me redirect before I hit 1,000 subs, so maybe they'll let me run ads before I get to the end if they're asking for my AdSense already. You know what I mean? I don't know how it works. Oh yeah, I'm over $10 already. I went over $10 the first day. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, we went over $10 within a couple hours. And of course, oh, that's the state of Michigan flag. Old Glory must be on the other side. Okay, Toby. Let us continue. Oh, we gotta fix your leg, little buddy. 1 million in the building. Oh, we made it to 2 million. 2 million in the building. Yeah, we hit the $sign the first day. We got new subs. We got 5 subs the first day, and then I think it was we got 3 subs, and then over the next few hours 2 subs trickled in, and then 2 more subs trickled in. So we're at 7 subs now. And then we got a few super chats and stickers on the first day. I don't know. I didn't know if I was going to turn that stuff on. I knew I was going to turn on the memberships for sure, but I didn't know if I was going to turn on the super chats and super stickers. But in the end, I did, because it was one click button. Click one button, you turn it on. Ideal Eileen, welcome. How are you? Good morning to you, or good evening to you. I'm sorry. It's my morning. Good evening to you. Hello. I can't believe this thrift store is going out of business. They're in the perfect spot. There's a brand new construction going on across the street here that's going to bring like 100 or 200 new families here. They're building a big housing development area, and it's going to bring a lot of people here. And this thrift store is lined up right in the right spot. Maybe the landlord raised the rent because it's going to be a prime location. It'll probably end up being a liquor store, being that it's going to be across the street from a government-funded housing project. It'll end up being a liquor store. How was your day, Eileen? I hope it was good. My night was well. I went to bed really early. You know, I started my live stream, and I don't think I was talking to people and chatting on the chat, and I think within an hour and a half I was headed for bed. I couldn't take it. I fell asleep twice sitting there. Finally, I just got up and went to bed. Other than that, it was pretty uneventful. It was an uneventful night. I woke up about 3 a.m. and there was the cat laying next to me. The cat's funny. You can't hold on to the cat for very long, more than a minute. He doesn't want to sit on your lap and cuddle with you or nothing. Let you pet him. But in the middle of the night, he comes and crawls on the bed and curls up next to me, up against me. You know what I mean? That's funny. It's hard to pick him up and hold on to him. You got to hold him a certain way, otherwise he'll try to get away. I think it's got something to do with the week he spent out in the wild. His previous owner. Here's some Christmas for you. The kitty's previous owner died, and when the kids came to clean out the house, they just threw the cat outside. They took the dogs. The guy had 2 dogs. They took the dogs home, but they left the cat there, and they left the cat outside. And I wasn't looking to get a cat this soon, that fast, after the last cat passed away. But when I heard his situation, I was like, yeah, bring him over, you know. We went and met the cat. And he was 11 months old. And he was raised with dogs, so him and Toby were fine. Now they play together. I catch them playing together all the time now. It's been a month before it happened. Toby was standoffish at first. But now I catch them playing together and laying next to each other, things like that. When Toby sees that I'm looking at them playing together, he stops playing with the cat. Funny boy. But the cat had bite marks on him, puncture wounds all around his neck. So I figured that's why he doesn't want to be held on to, because something held on to him already. A little more than he wanted to be held on to. Yeah, he had puncture wounds on his neck from being bitten. Something almost got him. Something almost got him. He also had a bunch of ticks on him and fleas. As soon as I got him, I called the vet. Took him straight to the vet. They gave him, it was the next day. I had to get his vet records. He had records in one of the towns north of here. I had to get a hold of those records to take to my veterinarian, so they wouldn't give him the same shots twice. But they had to take a bunch of ticks off him. I think it was 5. They were all around his neck. They could probably smell the blood from when he got bit, when he was about to get eaten. But he's turned out to be a good cat. My house is over 100 years old, so it's not sealed up tight like a new house is. There's little openings here and there, you know how old houses get or are built. So every few years we'll get a mouse or two. And that's one of the reasons you keep a cat, so you don't get mice. Anyway, he caught one already. I haven't seen any signs of any mice. I didn't even see signs of that one until I walked in the living room, and there it was. He had caught himself a mouse. He didn't eat it, but he sure caught it. Good for him. He's quick. I can hear him ripping through the house all during the day. Anytime you walk into the room he's at, he'll take off running, jumping on crazy stuff. You know how cats are. We're walking on one of the business district streets. It's not it's a main street, but it's not the main street in town. Just for this area. Way back when all the different neighborhoods in town had their own little business districts, even though we're all in one big city. Every neighborhood had their own butcher, barber, all kinds of general stores, all kinds of stuff. Every little neighborhood, they had their own. And all the little butcher stores, most of them have closed up. Take the big butcher shops and the grocery stores took over their business. Ouch. This dry cleaner and laundry place has been here since I was a little kid. So they've been here before that. When we were little, we came here. We were always poor. We didn't have laundry. So this is where we came. We came and did our laundry at the laundromat. When we weren't washing it out in the sink. I see that's nothing new for my friends in Kenya. Everybody washes their clothes in the wash tub. That's the way I spent years doing that too. When I was in high school. Hey, I appreciate you coming by, Banana. Like I was saying there, the time change, I think, has wrecked my morning crowd. Because as you can see, there's no morning crowd. I used to have a half a dozen before the time changed. And it's not like I can start earlier. I can't start any earlier. Then I'd never see any sunlight. Starting at 7, the sun comes up at 7:30. I can see the first light coming already. You can see the red on the horizon. That's the sun coming up. Do you schedule, Banana, do you schedule your live streams and your releases, your premieres? Maybe I need to start doing that. Put a schedule every morning. Put myself on a schedule so that there's an announcement every morning. Because like Anna and Helen tell me they don't get the announcement some days. And I know there's channels that I go to that some days I don't get the announcements. Sometimes. You see most of our snow is gone. We got the heavy ice still on the streets. Some snow in spots where the sun's not hitting. But for the most part, it's pretty much gone. Christmas is almost here. Do you stay in the city there, Banana, or do you go to the village? I'm not sure. I don't know where you're from. Are you from the city? Are you from the village? I've always lived in the cities. Cities or suburbs. Come on. Oh, we're going to turn down a dark street, but that's okay. The sun's come up a little bit. We got some first light going on. Hey, Priscilla TV, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're doing our morning thing. Doing our morning thing. I was just saying to Banana that you could see most of the snow's gone. It rained and then it warmed up for a day and rained. And took all that snow away. And after that, the day that it warmed up, it's been cold ever since. We're supposed to get more snow today, fresh snow. So if we get fresh snow today, hopefully it'll last through Thursday. Thursday's Christmas, right? Thursday? Every year we hope for a white Christmas is how we say it over here. Like the Bing Crosby song, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know. Just like that. Every year we hope for a white Christmas. We're hoping for snow at Christmas. And I don't know what the percentage is, how many times we get it versus how many times we don't. But there's a lot of years that we don't have snow for Christmas. For me, it doesn't, if there's no snow, it doesn't seem like it's Christmas. It doesn't feel like Christmas if there's no snow on the ground. Come on, Tobes. Keep it moving, keep it moving. The famous question, is everybody ready for Christmas? Here that means, did you go and do all your shopping? In the USA, Christmas means you go out and you spend all your money and money you don't have to buy presents for the people around you. Some people manage to save their money all year and they spend thousands of USD every Christmas. I'm not like that. I don't think I've ever had all the Christmas presents bought before December in my life. As old grandpa now, not all I do, but my Christmas shopping, I go to the ATM. I go to the ATM or go to the bank counter, get 3 piles of cash, one for each grandkid. The rest of them, I think, what have I been sending the last few years for my grown kid? Well, I only have grown kids, but for the grown kids and relatives like that, I've been sending those Omaha steaks, the Omaha steak packages. They come frozen to your door. They're premium cuts of beef, pork and chicken at super high crazy prices. But it's really prime meat. In USA, most people eat. They don't eat just to live, to stay alive. They eat to eat something special. Like every meal's got to be something special. So nobody bats an eye when you're spending $20 for a steak for one meal. The meat in the stores has gotten crazy expensive. The steaks that we used to pay $9 and $10 for to eat, well, it didn't bother me to go buy two or three $9 or $10 steaks for dinner, feed the family. But now that same $9 or $10 steak is like $15 to $17. It's crazy. And the tenderloin and the porterhouse steaks, forget about it. Those things are like close to $30 a pound. Can you imagine paying $25 for a steak that fits on your plate? $25 for one. The prices are crazy. Yeah, USA is the land of plenty, but you got to work for it. There's no resting. There's no relaxation. You got to stay on it or somebody else will take it. Whoop. Toby's got to do his thing again. Time for me to do my thing again. Got to snap into action here. Purple bag time. Okay. I had a bag. The first bag I grabbed this morning a little bit ago had a great big hole in it. I almost picked it up barehanded. I'm gonna set you down for a second, folks, so I can get my work done here. Okay, hold on, Toby. First, we gotta find it. Camouflage. That's not it. I know I saw him bend over. I saw him bend over, but I didn't pay attention to see if anything come out of him. Oh, there it is. Because I sure don't see it until just now. Hold on, Toby. Hold on, Toby. Hold on, Toby. Let me get this phone and this glove. There we go. There we go. Back into this, folks. Sun's coming up nice over there. We got a partial cloudy this morning, but like I said, we're supposed to get snow. It's gonna cloud up and dump snow on us today. What is that, Titlepro? Oh, I had to pick up the dog's poop. Oh, hey, take it easy, Priscilla. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by and giving us a little bit of your time. I sure appreciate you. Wow. Infrastructure in Kenya must be terrible. Always losing power. Internet's crazy. You know, our friend Helen always loses her power all the time. I'm trying to think what's Anna's problem. Anna's losing her Wi-Fi goes crazy. Anyhow, yeah, it's a beautiful day. A couple days before Christmas. I'm about to have 5 days off. I can't believe it. I haven't had more than 3 or 4 days off in forever. I don't plan vacations when I'm on a project because the customer doesn't want to see you go on vacation while you're working on their project. The client, they don't want to see you leaving for a week or two because then that means their project's getting put on hold. But dang, I've been on this project for 3 years now and haven't taken a vacation. Maybe this coming spring. It'd be nice to go down to Florida and see baseball games during the spring training. Come on, Toby. Tobe. I gotta take Toby down to the dog store tonight and get him a bath. He's stinking. A few days ago, he rolled in some snow, but I know what was in the snow and why he rolled in it. He smelled girl dog urine and rolled all in it. And there was no stopping him. I got it. I'm gonna make a short out of it because he actually made a snow angel. Come on, Toby. Come on, little buddy. Yeah, Toby made his first snow angel. I'm glad I got it on video. Pretty funny to see. Walking with Toby. This is our bread and butter show. And like I was saying, the audience just is an hour off for us now. This is our constant show that comes every day at the same time. Except for last week, we missed 3 days. I think we missed 4 days last week because it was too cold to walk the dog. I'm not going to bring him out here when it's below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just too cold. Just too cold. Got to think of the dog, you know. There's times when it's too hot to... There's a lot of times when it's too hot to walk him. So that means there's going to be times it's going to be too cold to walk him. When it's too cold to walk him outside, he walks on a treadmill in the house. It's not a dog treadmill, it's a people treadmill, but he walks on it, trots on it. Dog treadmills are quite expensive. And then if your dog doesn't learn how to use it, not like over half the dogs never figure out how to use a dog treadmill. Come on, boy. No, boy. Leave it, boy. Let's go. What do you got going on today, Banana? Are you home from work already? I don't know what you do. I sit in front of the computer all day for my job. I just research records, type reports. I type these super long reports that nobody reads. It's funny. They pay enough for them, but they don't want to read them. Yeah, Toby's his breed. He's a herding dog, so he has to have lots of exercise to stay healthy. We walk for an hour and a half every morning, and then we get out and do something in the afternoon. But I'm lucky that he's a laid-back border collie. He's really calm. But a high-energy border collie, it wouldn't be enough. You'd have to walk him 2 or 3 times for sure. Not just 1.5. What have we been working on? Polishing our tricks. I'm trying to get him to close the door. He's got one, what's it called? One of his awards is Trick Dog Novice, the first step. And I think there's 3 different levels or 4 different levels to Trick Dog that are registered with the American Kennel Club. And he's at the first level that he passed. So he's got to learn a whole bunch of new tricks to get to the next level. And they're it's not easy stuff either. It's not like sitting and shaking and all that. It's a lot tougher. They got to be able to do things like crazy things. Open the drawer, close the door, bring you the mail, get the newspaper, things like that. Bring you some shoes. Walk on top of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Do tricks, you know what I mean? It's a trick dog award. But he's got the first one. He's got a few tricks. It's basically his commands, you know. Yoga with Goga. Would you say it has also helped your fitness routine? 1.5 daily is good cardio. Yeah, I would say the only reason I'm out walking is because of him. Is because of Toby. Otherwise, I wouldn't be out walking. And definitely not for no hour and a half every day. So yeah, it's a good thing. Benefits us both. Benefits us both. What's that? Hey, that was a great show yesterday, Goga. That lady could talk. Holy cow. She talked and talked and talked. It was good talk, though. A lot going on there. I subbed to her. I'll have to... I know the lots of my friends are subbed to her already, and they know her. I don't know her. But I'll have to... I understand she does a hour of power or something like that. Power hour. Helen was telling me about it. I'll have to tune in. Tune in. You know, YT has given me the dual output, the dual video stream option, the horizontal and vertical at the same time, but it hasn't worked for me yet. The switch is there, and I turn the switch on, but then when I hit the go live button, it turns off. The switch doesn't move. It just, you know how you move the toggle switch from left to right? Well, when you move it from left to right, it lights up. And so I move it from left to right, it lights up. And then when I hit go live, it doesn't move, but the light turns off on it. So I have yet to have a dual stream, even though it's on my dashboard or whatever they call it, control room. I don't know what the deal with that is. Seems to be problematic for everyone, me included. YouTube said it's still in. Oh, okay. So it's not just me. I thought maybe I was doing something wrong. I tried to copy and paste the URLs that they put on there, but that didn't take me anywhere. When I used Toby, come on. Jeez, I shouldn't have stopped. I used the stream key in the OBS. And I reset the stream key every time. I like that OBS. It works pretty good. I finally, 2 days ago, Saturday, I went back. I spent a couple hours. I went back and reset the whole OBS, reset all my scenes, got all the windows labeled correctly, all the different things that I'm going to use, you know. Getting better with that, too. I like that OBS. I like the fact that it's free and that you could do so much with it. I don't know yet how you bring other people in, though. Unless you bring them in like I did on the GoToMeeting. Or you have them on a separate window. I don't know how you would. Like StreamYard does you can put the 6-way panel up there. I don't know how that would work with OBS. I'll give it some thought, Goga. Truthfully, honestly, I don't see myself as Sunday service material. I'm not doing anything that the other folks are doing. The other content creators that I see come on there, I don't have any special abilities or anything like that. I don't really see it. But I'll think about it. You know, the content creators, they're actually creating stuff where I'm just like vlogging, filming a day in the life of. I see it as a whole different thing. But you know, on YouTube, there's room for everybody to do everything they want to do, anything they want to do. I saw a video this morning. It said, what did it? It said black screen, 36-hour, no ads, rainfall. And so I clicked on it right before we left the house to see what it looked like. And that's all it was a black screen. And you could hear the rain. And it's been on for 2 days. And there's over 1,000 people watching it at one time. You know what I mean? There's room for everything. How you say it? There's room for everybody to do what they want on YouTube. I'm no Johnny Carson. I'm no Jay Leno. I'm not gonna get on and interview people. That's not my thing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit in front of the camera and just talk to people, because that's not my thing. My thing, I'm just gonna bring you some entertainment during the day. I'm gonna bring you a walk with Toby, walking some chat, and then at night I'm gonna put on a cool visual with some good music. Come for the visual, come for the music, come to chat. Come for 1, come for 2, come for 3. I'm not a how-to or nothing like that. LOL, you definitely have material. We have never had a dog theme discussion before. Yet people got pets. We'll see. I'm not saying no, but I can't say yes at this point. I see the YouTube as like network TV. Network TV. Every night of the week they put on a different movie or a different show. You tune in to see that show, whatever day, whatever time slot, whatever day of the week. That's the way I see YouTube. I don't see YouTube as everybody's got to have a talk show. You know what I mean? Or everybody's got to do how-tos, or everybody's got to do cooking. I don't. I just want to not throw something up there, but I just want to broadcast something that somebody's going to enjoy, even if it's one person. Like my man Derek this morning was enjoying. Derek was my 1 million in the building here for a while this morning. But that's another subject. My morning crowd has pretty much disappeared. And my theory is, you know how the USA changes time? Well, time change, I'm on an hour later than I was before. People are getting up, getting ready for work. People are getting home from work, or people are on their lunch breaks. So my show literally changed times, but the people didn't follow, except for the regulars. But like my USA people haven't followed, and they're in the same time zone. That's crazy. Yeah, it's been tough this last, and I think I could trace it back to when the time changed. That, and it's gotten darker in the morning, and I had to leave later in the morning. That's another thing, is that we're leaving where we used to leave at 6 a.m. We had to switch to 7 to catch some sunshine, and then they changed the time, so now we're on at 9 or 8 o'clock instead of 7 or instead of 6. Geez, there's a lot goes into thinking that stuff out. The analytics are looking good. Because I run those long live streams at night, and that's another thing. I see those channels everywhere on YouTube, all over YouTube, and they've got all kinds of people watching. How do you say it? The chat and connect shows. I see my overnight as the same thing, only I don't just have a still picture there with the text scrolling. I'm bringing you music, and I'm bringing you some kind of visual, whether it's ducks or a dog, traffic on the bridge, all the stuff I put on there. But I don't see myself as a content creator like Helen. You know what I mean? She actually, I don't know how to say it. I don't know if that even makes sense. I'm not doing any kind of how-to or sitting and talking with the people, except for my morning live stream. But that's the way I see it. That's right now, I think of the time zones. You know what I mean? Because USA has 4 time zones, and I'm trying to line up with USA crowd. USA is like 30 to almost 40% of my viewership. So my evening walk would have to be after 5 p.m. because I need to catch people after they get home from work. So you're talking 6 p.m. You know what I mean? And right now that's in the dark because of winter time. And then 6 p.m. here is 2 p.m. on the West Coast here. So those people are just getting back from lunch. I don't know. No, we haven't really done evenings. And when we do an afternoon live stream, like on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon in the park, we don't get a very big crowd either. Our bread and butter had been that 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. walk. But like I said, the time changes and the weather changes kind of messed it up. We'll work through it though. We've gotten past the 4K. Now we just got to work on that on the subs, and we'll be good to go. Well, the WH has gotten over 4K, but not the verified. The verified's got to catch up. Now we need like 70 subs. But we've climbed the mountain. There's just one little hill left to go. You know what I mean? They'll show up. It's just a bad month for it, from what I understand. December's a tough month. Everybody's busy. Someone brought us a banana plantation earlier at the end of last week. And the surprise banana dump. And YT snatched them all back. As they should. I'd rather have organic growth than someone dumping something on you like that. And so by Saturday, those were all gone. And then I woke up this morning and it happened again. There's no way. How do you put a stop to someone else bringing you something? You know what I mean? There's no way to. How do you put a stop to it? All you can do is ask them, please don't do that. The whole plantation they dumped on me. If that doesn't look shady, I don't know what does. Yep, I filled it up. I got a congratulations from YouTube, and then a few hours later they were gone. They also sent me a congratulations on reaching the 4K, but I still have to catch the verifieds. They did mail the pin though. I got that notification on Friday, that the pin was mailed. I guess that was a question I had, that the $10 threshold. I didn't understand that. So now I understand it to believe that once you accumulate $10 in super chats or membership money, that's when they give you the pin, right? That's what that $10 threshold is. I get it now. But we hit that the first day. No, not the first day. Second day. BOK came in the second day after she dropped us a super chat. She came back again and dropped another super chat, and that set us over. I had signed up for all that stuff before when I first started. Just because when I first started uploading, I was investigating all the different little buttons to push. And I went in there and it said, apply for, what was it? Apply for monetization. And I thought, well, they wouldn't be offering me that button if I couldn't do it. So I kept pushing the button. Every time I went on there, geez, they offered it to me again. Maybe this time I pushed the button, even though I knew I wasn't eligible. I just figured, why would they offer me the button if I couldn't have it? Finally, they put on there, we'll let you know. We'll let you know when you're eligible. Stop pushing the damn button. Uh-oh. Yoga with Goga. Thank you, sir. Adding this to start the threshold goal. Congratulations on the consistency, TP. Proud of you. Thank you, Yoga with Goga. Thank you. I sure appreciate you. May your pot brim with abundance. In abundance, with abundance. all that. I went and I was reading up on the sayings when I figured, well, I better get something ready to put on there. There's a lot to do. I still got to get my super no, what do you call them? The emojis made and all that. I hadn't worked on any of that. I figured it might not happen, so don't spend time on it. Hold on, Tobes. Hold on a second, buddy. He's gonna walk me this morning. We've been out, we left the house at about a quarter after. So we've already been out for an hour. May your pot never run dry. Look at that. It's exciting. It's like being at the casino when you see the color pop up. Whoa! It's below freezing, but it's not crisp cold or anything. I think we were at 24 degrees this morning, Fahrenheit. We'll be headed back towards the house here in a minute. I just had to give the boy a couple more extra blocks. Whoa. So how do you meet most of the people that you have on your Sunday service if they're not members of the community? Do people bring them to you? Is that the story? Rained all weekend there. You live in Nairobi, yes? When it rains over by Anastasia, the frogs come out, and you can hear them. It's like the soundtrack to the live stream. You probably don't get that in the city, do you? We don't get nothing like that here. Oh yeah, you do research too? I did not know. I research land records. Land and I do mineral reports for who owns the minerals to the land and who owns the land and who owns the rights to whatever. I do a comprehensive report on whatever property I'm working on. It depends on the client, what they want to know. Like what we're doing now, they don't want to know about mortgages or liens or anything like that. We're not even picking up court files or nothing. They just want to know who owns the land right now or the mineral rights. That's all they're interested in. Sometimes they want to know everything. Sometimes they only want to know certain things. And I do work for mainly oil companies, pipeline companies. I haven't done any government work, but I spend a lot of time in government offices. Yeah. A policy analyst. I spend, well, right now I'm working from home. It's because of, the digital age now. Most of the courthouses, their records are online or they've been digitized where you can get access to them. I think I pay Oh, the program that we use is like 30 or 40 cents a minute to use it. And I usually go 1,000 hours, 1,200 hours a month at 30 cents a minute. It gets expensive. But I used to spend all my days at the courthouse researching the records there. A courthouse rat. Just sit in the courthouse all day. I've been doing it for a long time. Since I was a young guy. I took some time off though. I worked construction jobs when my kids were little because my job it used to require you to be at the project site, whether it's in the next town over or across the country, you know. I've worked plenty of out of state and across the state. But when my kids were little, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take all the travel, so I quit and worked a construction job for a while, just so I could be home every day. And then once the kids were raised, I've gone back to this traveling. But the gig I got now is working from home. Oh my goodness, 17 years. That's good. My mom worked for the state of Michigan. I've always pushed my kids to apply for the state to get a job with the state because they're the best employers. They pay good wages and good benefits and retirement. I tried when I was a young guy in my 20s, my late teens, early 20s. I tried to get a job with the city and the county and the state, but none of that stuff ever materialized for me. My mom got her call to go to work for the state when she was in her late 40s, but it came at just the right time. She was able to work long enough to get a pension, and now she's been retired like 20 years. But she could have never retired if she'd have never got that job. She'd be in a world of hurt. Now you work in education? Well, it's fitting being the head of the GOGA, the Global Online Giants Academy. It only makes sense that you'd be in education, right? I heard you say once that GOGA is a family name. And you know, Assad Dangerbrand told me that in his language, GOGA means like some kind of leader, like a spiritual leader person. GOGA. Come on, little buddy. Well, we're headed back for the house now. It's already well after 8. I usually try to start my work day at 8. But you know, when you work from home and you work for I'm a subcontractor, so I'm my own little business. So I can set my own hours and all that, but you got to have your baseline, your thing you stick to. Otherwise, it's easy to get off track when you work from home, you work by yourself. It's easy to push yourself away from the desk and not work. So I try to start by 8. Try. I get there usually 50% of the time. It just means I have to work that much later. Excuse me. And YouTubers made the Academy thing stick. Yeah. The Global Online Giants Academy. Now, being your age, you grew up with the internet. Is that something you thought of when you were a kid? Or was it something you thought of after you got onto YouTube? Toby's eyeballing the squirrels now. The squirrels have come out. Now everything moving he thinks is a squirrel because they're out. Come on, keep moving. He is so much fun. He's such a joy. He's my alarm clock. In the morning he shows up. He doesn't climb on the bed until morning. And then first thing in the morning, like right on time, 6 o'clock every morning, he comes and jumps on the bed. That's the only time you get to cuddle with Toby, is at 6 a.m. He'll come and lay down next to you and let you pet him and flop around with you, you know what I mean? But that's the only time of the day. Any other time of the day, he doesn't want to. He'll let you pet him, you know. But he won't come and lay down next to you or nothing. He lays on my feet, but not with me laying there. You know what I mean? Does that paint the picture? All day long, he's underneath the desk or under the table, laying on my feet or laying wrapped around the base of the chair. Even the cat. The cat comes and sits and lays down next to me while I'm working all day. The cat's funny too. The cat won't let you hold on to him and pet him. But I think it's because the week he spent out in the wild, he got attacked. He had big puncture marks around his neck. Something got a hold of him. I figure that's why he won't let you hang on to him. Something already did. And they hung on to him by the neck. Keep moving. Keep moving. Come on, Tobes. Come on, Tobes. Never been really keen on being on the internet, but it keeps me active and alive. Yeah, keeps me out of the bar. I've had a YouTube account since 2012, but I never uploaded any content until last February. And the only reason I did that was because the channel that I was watching, the little group of people I was watching at the time, they talked me into it. Everybody wanted to see Toby. Toby, Toby, Toby. And that's how I got involved. Otherwise, I'd have never. I felt a peer pressure, but I had never had it of being on YouTube. Hey, where are you going? He's trying to get away. Where are you going? We're going this way. No, don't pee on that fence. That's a nice fence. Come on. Come on. These people have spent like $500,000 on this house already. They're refurbishing the whole thing, top to bottom. Even this gate probably is the fence and the gates are probably as expensive as any of the houses around it. The house right next door probably costs as much as the gate and the fence is here. Look at this gate. That stuff's crazy expensive. Okay, come on, Toby. Well, fam, it's time that we start saying goodbye. We're getting close to home. Time to get to work. Time to feed these animals. This animal included, myself. Thanks for coming by. It's been fun talking with you. For sure, for sure. And we'll be back tonight with our overnight. I've decided on a name for my night stream. I'm going to call it the night shift. I'll be back tonight with the night shift. And we can chat there. Other than that, we'll see you on the streets, folks. Folks and fam, thanks for coming by. Thanks for dropping the likes. All that good stuff. And we will see you guys next time. Y'all be cool and behave. And if we do that, everything will be okay, like our friend. Y'all be cool. There we go. Go get at the end of every live stream that I can remember anyway. I flip the camera back, I give a wave, smile, flip it back, give a little wave like that, and I say goodbye. And it imitates it all the time. She's so funny. She's got to be the most real person on YouTube that I've seen. Our Anastasia. That's why I tune in every day. She is real honest person. Nothing fake about her. Nothing fake, wannabe, or nothing. What you see is what you get. Isn't she great? All right, you guys take it easy. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming by. Bye, everybody.